This means whatever I say, you say. And whatever I do, you do. Are you ready? Here we go. My mom gave me $1. She said go buy a collar. But I ain't buying no collar. Because I bought some bubblegum. My mom gave me a quarter. She said go tip the porter. But I ain't tipping no porter. Because I bought some. My mom gave me a dime. Whoops. She said go buy a lime. But I ain't buying no lime. Because I bought some. My mom gave me a nickel. She said go buy a pickle. But I ain't buying no pickle. Because I bought some bubblegum. Bazooka, zooka, bubblegum. Bazooka, zooka, bubblegum. Bazooka, zooka, bubblegum. My mom gave me a penny. She said go buy some bubblegum? But I ain't buying no bubblegum. Because I'm sick of. All right. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Are we ready for day 3 of clubs? I think everyone's still sleeping. I said, are we ready for day 3 of clubs? So now we are going to enter a time of games training. And what's gonna be even more fun is this is actually a competition. So it's guys versus girls while we demonstrate these games. So the first game is carry the kryptonite. So your supplies, you need 2 spoons and then 2 green bandanas for the kryptonite. So you're gonna form 2 teams. You're gonna get them single file line. And so they'll have a spoon. You'll place that green bandana on the spoon. You'll have another team member on the opposite side. You'll say 3, 2, 1, go. They'll race as fast as they can, go around the team member. And if you drop it, you gotta restart. Beverly did it correctly. She'll then pass it to the next person in line, and then they'll go. First team to get everyone to go down and back without dropping it wins, okay? So I need 6 guys and 6 girls. Are you getting guys? 1, 2, 3, 4. I need one more. Oh, hold it. I'll snag you. Oh, they grabbed. Okay. That's too many. Sorry, Jess, I was grabbing. Okay. Yeah. Okay, there's 3 guys. I'll snag a couple y'all for the next game. Okay. Yeah. I'll grab y'all for that. 3, 6, 7. Do we not have guys? All right, 3 more guys. Jack, Puma shirt. Okay. Okay. Yeah. All right, y'all are gonna line up over here. Let's go. Move with a purpose, move with a purpose, move with a purpose. Okay, I need one of y'all, one from each team, to line up over here. Okay, you're gonna stand right there. You're gonna stand right there. All right, y'all are the targets. So basically, they're gonna go around y'all.
That's it?
Yes, that's it. No. All right, y'all ready? Let's give them a countdown. 3, 2, 1, go! You gotta restart. Let's go. Oh no! Uh-oh, the ladies have taken an early lead. Fellas, you gotta move. Ladies, this one might be the ladies. Y'all gotta move, gentlemen. No, that's it. That all the ladies? All right, the ladies took it. That's 1 point for the ladies. All right, y'all can go sit back down. All right, y'all can go sit back down. Good job, ladies. Yeah, thank you. Okay.
Yeah, we'll do that. Okay, day 2 game is called the human spider web. Basically, the human spider web is the human knot. I don't know if any of you have ever played that before, but what's gonna happen is you're gonna be in a group of 6 girls and a group of 6 guys, and you have to stand in a circle, and you have to grab both hands, but you can't grab the hands of the person next to you. So you're gonna look like that, and then you're gonna have to untangle yourself and get in a full circle. You can step over, you can step under, you can turn around, but if you let go of the hands, y'all are done. Let's see if they can do it. Do y'all think they can do it? Okay, perfect. Oh, it was a good effort. Give them a hand. Perfect. Okay, so for this, I want high schoolers, so I need 6 high school girls, and I need 6 high school boys. Abby, come here. Caleb, Brady and Judd, Hannah, y'all already went. Camp and Daniel, Sasha. I need 2 more girls. Over there. She got it. Paige. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do we have 6 of each? No middle school student. Okay. Who do y'all think's gonna win? Let's hear it for the boys. Okay, and for the girls. Okay, I think it could go either way, so let's not trip on these. Okay, grab a hand. Make sure they're not the people next to you. Are y'all ready? Okay. 3, 2, 1, go!
Let's go, Jordan.
So we have 2 circles. I don't really know how that happened. That's impressive, ladies. Wait, did they do it too? Wait, does that count? Does that count?
No. Let's run it back.
Okay, start over. Let's try that again.
Yes, they did. They didn't set it up right there.
Okay, so grab different hands than y'all did last time.
They set it up this. You're not allowed to hold the hand of the person next to you. What? Can you make sure they set it or just do it? Are y'all ready?
Okay, let's try this again. 3, 2, 1, go. Well, no. I think we're moving faster than our thing, so we're fine. Let's go, girls. Good teamwork, everyone. Keep it up. Keep cheering for your team. If you have a captain or a teammate up there, cheer them on. Let's hear it. Did the boys do it? The boys did it. Now we're tied.
We did 2. Okay.
Now the 2. That was impressive. Good job.
And we seriously will do it again too.
Okay, thanks, guys. Y'all can go sit back down. The boys took that one, so the girls won the first one and the guys won the second one. So we'll have to keep this competition going.
Okay, now we're gonna move on to our day 3 game, which is no. Okay, time out while I explain. Thank you. Okay, this game is dive bombers. How it's gonna work is you're gonna separate your teams. There's gonna be a rope across the middle of it. I'm gonna wait for my team to finish setting up the rope. And then you are going to have cups of water. It is Wet and Wild Wednesday, so you're gonna fill up a bunch of cups of water and you're gonna put them on your heads. And you're gonna sit across from the team opposed against you. And then you're gonna chuck balls at their heads. And you're trying to knock the cup of water off of their heads. If you knock the cup of water off, you get a point. And then if it falls, you're just gonna put it back on. You're gonna go for time, okay? And you're trying to see who can knock it off faster. So if Luke is on a team and Jessica is against him, she's gonna chuck it. Oh. Yep. Yeah. Hypothetically, these cups would be full of water. And then the cup fell. Okay, so we're gonna try to act this out. So I need 6 girls and 6 guys. If you've already played a game, please do not raise your hand. Okay, can I have you, 1, 2, yeah. 2. Scott, you can come up. How many have I called? Malachi, Madison. Yeah, you can come. Who did I call? Sure, yeah. 1, 2, 3. Wait, I don't know how many I have. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Okay. 4.
I got 6 guys.
I know, I need more girls. I need a couple more girls. Shiloh. Go. Yeah, you can come. Yes, Sienna. 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that 6? Okay, so right now the boys are the bombers, okay? So they are gonna be throwing and trying to knock the cups off of the girls' heads. So girls, can y'all sit down? Who thinks the boys are gonna win? Okay. Who thinks the girls are gonna win? Okay. Yeah. Is it possible for us to get a timer? Luke, can we get a timer on the screen?
Yeah, how long do you want?
Maybe like 2 minutes? Or actually, never mind.
It would
Okay.
be a lot. I
It's okay,
have
we
a
can
5
just,
and a 10.
no, we can just time it. All right, boys, are you ready? Okay, on your marks, get set, go. All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, stop, hold your fire. Noah, what was the count? Okay, the guys got 22. Okay, let's clean up the balls and we're gonna switch and see how many the girls get. Yeah, I got it. Okay. Who thinks the ladies can get more than 22? Okay. Who thinks they won't? Okay. Okay, ladies, are you ready? Yeah. Guys, are you ready? Okay. On your marks. Get set, go! Okay, 30 seconds, 30 seconds.
16, 17.
Okay, here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and stop. All right. What was the final time? Okay, so the girls took that with 24 to 22. Can y'all give a round of applause for our amazing helpers? Y'all can go take a seat. It's over here. Where's Noah? Here, Noah, trade you.
All right, wasn't that such a fun game? So the only difference is those balls will be wet and filled with water. So, and then the cups as well. So it'll be a lot easier. You'll soak each other. It'll be a lot of fun. And then finally, we have our last game. Well, we'll do a score update right now. The ladies are in the lead. And so not only will the people who participated in the games will be getting prizes, those who are not participating are also getting prizes. So all the ladies, if they hold on to win, are getting a prize today. So, we're gonna have a tiebreaker game. So, ladies, y'all gotta hold on here. So finally, the last game is bat signal launch. So this game, what we'll have is 2 targets. So for y'all, we're gonna do something a little different. So for the children, they'll have these bat signals, and that's what they're gonna aim at. For y'all, we got some villains. We got Bane, and we got Joker. So we gotta take them out. They've taken over Gotham. So we're gonna have 2 teams, the guys and the girls. Y'all are gonna line up single-filedly. You're gonna have a straw, and then there's gonna be a bunch of Q-tips in the middle. What you'll do is you'll take 1 Q-tip, insert it into the straw, almost all the way without fully pushing it inside the straw tube. And what you'll do is you'll take aim and you'll blow. That's a really good attempt. Not so much, Luke. So you get a point each time you hit the target. And so we will move it a little closer. All right, so if y'all think it's so easy, I'm excited to see y'all try. So, I need 6 guys, and Beverly's gonna get 6 girls. White hat, blue hat. Abel, Miles. I need one more guy. Right there. All right. Let's get them No. Yep. So y'all line up single-filedly, please. Single file like this, like this, like this. All right. Come on, ladies. All right. Yep. We got 6 guys. We have 6 guys, 6 girls. No. So just to clarify one more time, these 2 villains are not part of y'all's props and like part of y'all's supplies. It is the bat signals that we showed earlier. That's the actual targets that you all will use for the kids. We just wanted to give y'all something a little more fun. All right. So we'll go one at a time, and we'll go 3 times through each, okay? So most times hit on the target wins, all right? 3, 2, 1, go. That's close. That's one for the ladies. That's 2 for the ladies. That's close. No, you just have to hit it. Ooh. Oh. Come on, guys, this is embarrassing. This is embarrassing. Oh. Ah. Oh. Yeah, we might. Let's see it. Oh. Come on, guys. Oh. All right, we're going to change that. We're going to go for another 3 minutes. So it's whoever get more points. Come on, guys. Y'all got to pick it up. Come on, ladies. Oh, so close. Flip it around, Miles. Oh, so close. Michaela? Come on, Abel. Bryn? guys are so close. Come on, guys. Let's go, ladies. Ooh. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whoa! Friendly fire. That's game. Ladies, take down the fellas. We got it. Thank y'all there. Yeah, y'all can keep the straws if y'all want. All right. So y'all can obviously make the target a little closer for kids. It's a lot easier, probably from a lot closer. As you can see though, it is a difficult game. So and there are a few of those that are a little more difficult, especially if y'all have 4 or 5-year-olds. It's a little harder to follow the rules and do those things. So we have a couple of alternative games. So we'll go ahead and explain the alternative for bat signal launch. Hey, y'all. So the alternative to bat signal launch is if y'all have a much smaller group, like 4 and 5-year-olds, this game's a lot harder for them. So what we'll do instead is we have Mr. Freeze Tag. So it's simply freeze tag, but one person's Mr. Freeze, everyone else is running away. If you get tagged, you're stuck frozen, like Luke is. And the only way he can be unfrozen is someone else tags her. So, and just like that, that's how Mr. Freeze Tag is. It's simply freeze tag, much smaller audience for younger kids. And then for human spiderweb, Jessica has the smaller game.
That's my sister! So the alternative for the human spiderweb game is called, I can't remember the name because I keep calling it like spiderweb tag. Okay, yeah, so human spiderweb. The younger child option is spiderweb tag. And so you have one player that is it, and they are the web. So that person is gonna go run and tag kids. But when you tag them, you hold their hand and they become part of your web. So the goal is to be the last one in the web. So the last one standing wins, it's easy. I know y'all have played this before, blob tag. There's several names for it. That's the alternative option because the human knot can be a little complicated for little kids. So that's a great one if y'all need that.
And then our last alternative game for if you have younger kids or just not a lot of kids for dive bombers is going to be the 2-liter bottle race. So that is where a leader, preferably your captain, is going to have a 2-liter bottle. You're going to be laying on the ground with it over your head, and kids are going to run with waters in well, not like that, but they're going to fill up your bottle of water, and then it's really simple. Whoever fills up their cup first is going to win. So it's pretty fun, and yeah, it's really exciting. But now we're just gonna go into a time of questions. If you guys were confused by any of the games or you're not sure how to work with it, then we're just gonna feel free to answer any of your questions that you may have. So, yeah. So you can use your discernment for that. I think it's going to depend on your club. If you have a lot of water available, you can just continue to refill them. Otherwise, you can be like, hey, we're just going to do it once. Once it's done, it's done. You can like do different points for that. But yeah, just see what water you have available and then see what you prefer to do, if that makes sense. Anybody else? Yeah. Yes, you do not have to follow the exact name of Mr. Freeze for a tag. If you want to switch it up and make a different superhero the name of the Mr. Freeze person, you can feel free to do that. Yeah? Anybody else? Okay, I'm gonna hand it off to Noah.
All right, so I need everybody stand up. I think we've been sitting down for too long now. We're getting a little tired. So my buddy Luke is gonna help lead us in a song. Luke, take it away.
This is a repeat after me song. That means whatever I say, you say. And that means whatever I do, you do. All right. Okay. The moose, swimming in the water, eating his supper. Where did he go? He went to sleep. He went to sleep. The moose, swimming in the water, eating his supper. Where did he go? Where did he go? He went to sleep. He went to sleep. The moose, floating in the water, not eating his supper. Where'd he go? He decomposed. The moose, swimming in the clouds, eating the Lord's Supper. Where did he go? He went to heaven. He went to heaven. He went to heaven. Okay, awesome job, guys. What's going on?
Okay, so actually y'all are gonna stand back up again. Yay! Thanks everyone, that was a fun song. Thank you, Luke. I'm gonna teach y'all one. It's called I Got a River of Life Flowing in Me. I don't know, does anyone know this? Show hands, anyone? Okay, we got a few, perfect. So I'm gonna help me lead y'all. Okay, so it's gonna go, I got a river of life flowing out of me. So you're gonna take your hands and go like this. It's gonna be, makes the lame walk and the blind to see. Open prison doors, set the captives free. I got a river of life flowing out of me. And then you're gonna jump up and you're gonna go, spring up a well. And then you're gonna take your hands and do like a squirting nose and you're gonna go, gush, 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 gush. And then we're gonna do that 3 times. And then it's gonna end and give me this life abundantly, okay? So let's just learn it together, sing it if you know it. So it's gonna go, I got a river of life flowing out of me. Makes the lame to walk and the blind to see. Open prison doors, set the captives free. I got a river of life flowing out of me. Spring up, oh, oh. And make me whole. Spring up, oh. And make me whole. Spring up, oh, oh. And give to me this life abundantly. Okay, y'all ready? Let's do it. High energy. Let's see it, okay? 1, 2, 3. I got a river of life flowing out of me. Makes the lame to walk and the blind to see. Open prison doors, set the captives free. I got a river of life flowing out of me. Spring up, oh, oh. Down in my soul. Spring up, oh, oh. And make me whole. Spring up, oh, oh. And give to me this life abundantly. Good job, guys. Thank you. Y'all have a seat. Thanks for participating. We had fun with y'all.
All right. Did y'all enjoy standing? Was that so fun? Do you guys feel like you need to stretch? Have you had a good morning stretch? Let's just do a game real fast. Real fast. I'm just curious to see how many of y'all can touch your toes. Stand up real fast. Let's just do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. All right, ready? How many guys can get here? Stretch, hold it. How many guys got your toes? Without bending your legs. How many guys can put your palms on the ground? How many guys can do that? You guys are good? All right. Hey, find some space. Lean to your right. That'd be your right, my left, whatever. You guys get it. All right, lean to your left. That's really far. I gotta, what? I'm falling. I'm not doing the splits. Do a cheer routine in the splits? No, okay. All right, now that you're feeling stressed, let's do some rotations. Real giant rotations. That's good. Okay, do the splits. No, I'm just kidding. Don't do it. That's good. Everybody do it. Hey, all right, now you're feeling ready. Sit down, take a seat. Hey, give a round of applause for the dream team today. They're gonna be coming up, sharing day 3 with you guys. So y'all go ahead, come on up. And if you guys would give y'all's best attention to the dream team today.
Good afternoon, boys and girls. I am wait, hello, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Okay, I am so excited about today. Do you remember what today is? Wet and Wild Wednesday, and we're gonna have so much fun, and it's gonna be so exciting. And wait, before I start, let's see, who has their towel ready? Because we're gonna get wet. You have the towel ready? Awesome. Everybody, oh my goodness. Okay, you boys and girls, do you remember the challenge from yesterday? Yeah? Who told their friend? I wanna see those hands. Who told their friend? What? You guys are so amazing. So amazing. Well, we gotta remind you guys our name, because our name yesterday was, let's see, do you guys remember? No, that is not our name. Our name is Wonder. Awesome. And I gotta remind you, my name is Montana, and on my left I have Jordan. Yeah. Okay, boys and girls, we're gonna go to play a couple water games. But before we start, I have just one tiny rule, okay? If one of my friends says, don't splash me, do not splash them. Can I get a okay? Awesome, boys and girls. Let's play a wonderful water game. Water game. Awesome. Oh my goodness. You guys did so amazing. You splashed me. Oh my goodness, I'm so wet. Oh my goodness, this clothes, I need a towel, and I need a second towel, and I need a third towel, because, oh my goodness, you guys were so amazing. But now, boys and girls, we're gonna tell an amazing story. My friend Jordan has an amazing story to tell you guys, so I want you guys to grab your listening ears. Can you guys grab your listening ears for me? Grab your listening ears. Okay, I want you guys to put it in. Okay, I want you guys to catch a bubble. Can you guys catch a bubble for me? Awesome, you guys are so awesome. Okay, now let's welcome my friend Jordan.
Hello, friends. How are we doing? Yay! All right, I'm so glad. Do we remember the most awesome superhero that we learned about yesterday? Yes, Daniel? Oh, not quite. Yes, David? Jesus, that's right. And so yesterday, we spent our time learning about Jesus, the super one. And we learned that he has compassion for everyone and that he wants to help all of us and all of our friends. Isn't that really cool? Yeah. And I have a question for you guys. Do you remember who's got the power? Jesus, the super one. That's right. Good job. Whoa. Hey, Wonder Woman. what are you up to?
Oh, just practicing using my lasso.
That's really cool. What do you use your lasso for?
Oh, well, I use it to get people to tell me the truth. Oh, and to stop lightning.
Really? Your lasso stops lightning? Does that mean, oh, I'm getting a little close. Does that mean you can move storms away with it?
It sure does.
That's so cool. Well, actually, since you're here, I've been interviewing some really cool superheroes this week, and I was just wondering if I could interview you.
Sure.
Okay. So you said that you have your lasso, right? And you can move lightning with it, right?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So if you can move storms away, then why are you so wet?
Well, you see, funny story. I was actually, leaving my house, and then I forgot my lasso, and it started raining, and without my lasso, I can't move the storm. And so with the downpour of rain, I got soaked. Yes, unfortunately.
Oh. Okay, so you can only move storms away when you have your lasso.
Yes.
Okay, well, actually, I've been learning about this real life superhero, and he has some really cool things. I've been learning about him, and he came to Earth as a baby, and because he's God and God's son, he's perfect. He also loves helping people, and I just learned that even he was able to make a storm go away, but he didn't need a lasso. He just used his words. Do you want to learn about him?
No, I'm actually just gonna go change, but you have fun.
Oh, okay, bye, Wonder Woman. Well, okay, boys and girls, do we think that was really Wonder Woman? Yes! No, that's so silly. That was just my friend Abby. She was just helping me with this. Wonder Woman just happens to be a really, really fun character that we came up in comic books and movies. But today, boys and girls, I've done some intense research. Let me get my research from this here Bible. So I've been doing so much research about this superhero who is 100% real, unlike Wonder Woman, who's just a character. And do we remember who he is? Jesus, that's right. He's the super one. And do we remember who has the power? That is right. Good job, everybody. All right, so in my research from the Bible, and we remember that the Bible is 100% true. So all the learning that I've done from my Bible is all true stories. And so while I was reading my Bible, I learned that the super one has power over nature and weather. Isn't that so cool? Yeah? All right, well, I'm gonna tell you all of the facts that I learned about this story today, but to make it a little bit more fun, I think I need your help. Can you do that for me? Yeah? All right, so every time I say the word super, I want you to spin your lasso around just like Wonder Woman and go swish. All right, let's practice that real quick. It was a super day. Good job, everybody. So remember, when I say the word super, you say swish. All righty. Can I call my friend Montana to help me with my poster board? Because, of course, we need the articles from my story. I have facts to tell you. All right. So this starts after a long, long day of teaching. Jesus had been teaching all day with his disciples, and he was performing miracles. And there were crowds and crowds of people around him all day, and that's a lot of people. So they started getting pretty tired. And Jesus saw that his disciples were really tired, and so he said, why don't we go on a boat ride on the Sea of Galilee? And so as the sun was setting, Jesus and his disciples went on this boat and they sailed on the sea. And this brings me to my first point. Oh, there we go. Jesus takes a nap on the boat. Is this right? Yeah, it is. There we go. And this is our picture. So as they get on the water, it's so calm and so gentle, and the waves are so nice, and it is a super evening for sailing. And because it was such a nice evening, Jesus decided to take a nap on the boat as his disciples rowed. But after Jesus fell asleep, something weird happened. A huge storm came, and suddenly those really calm and gentle waves started getting huge, and they started crashing over the edges of the boat, and they were spraying the disciples with water, and the winds started going louder and louder and louder and swirling and whirling, and the disciples were so scared. And this brings me to the next point. A powerful storm threatens the boat as Jesus tries to go to sleep, or is asleep. And so the winds are howling, and then the waves are crashing and crashing over the side of the boat, and the disciples are terrified. But all while this is happening, boys and girls, Jesus is asleep. He's still asleep. I know. And his disciples were definitely not asleep because they were so scared. And so they ran and they went to the back of the boat where Jesus was sleeping, and they asked him, Master, why don't you care if we drown? And so Jesus wakes up and he sees the loud winds and the crashing waves, and he feels the water going over, and he sees the fear in his disciples' eyes because those are his friends who he loves. And he stands up, and he looks at the loud waves, and he hears the winds, and he stretches his arms out, boys and girls, and he tells them, peace, be still. And that brings us to my next point in my story today. The raging wind and the waves obey Jesus' voice, and they stop. And so the wind, which was loud and loud and loud and whirling, it became quiet and still, like a nice breeze. And the waves that were crashing on the side of the boat became calm again. And so after this happened, Jesus turns to his disciples and he asks them, why were you so afraid? Do you not believe? This is a really amazing story, boys and girls, because this shows how much Jesus loves us and Jesus cares about us, just like how he loves his disciples, and how even through the biggest storm that they'd ever seen that was so scary, Jesus was still with them, and he still cared about them. He cared so much that he stopped the storm, and he cares so much about you that he wants to be your superhero too. And he has the power over nature. Isn't that super? That's right. It's so super. And do you want to know? Good job. I didn't catch that, but you guys did. And you know what the best part about this story is? It's 100% true because it comes from our Bible. And just like I said, Jesus is alive today, and he wants to be your superhero. And so who has the power? That's right. Well, thank you for hearing my story today, boys and girls. Now I'm going to call up my friend Montana to come do a silly song with us.
Okay, for this song, I want you guys to stand. Stand up, stand up, stand up. Awesome, awesome. Okay, I want you guys to shake up a little bit, shake up a little bit. You are sitting way too long. Shake up, awesome. Okay, boys and girls, this song okay, I was having a really adventurous day. I was on my boat. I was on my boat going to North Antarctica, and then I saw something. I saw a lot of penguins. There were so many penguins all over the place, and I was like, oh my goodness, Abby, do you see all those penguins? Do you see all those penguins? And then we saw one penguin, and he was sitting like a British man, drinking his tea, and then he looked at me and he said, howdy, sir. And I was like, oh my goodness, this penguin got some attitude. And I was like, you know what? I need to make a song of that. Okay, this song is a repeat after me song, okay? So it means everything that I say, you say. And everything that I do, you do. Okay, this song goes like this. Have you ever seen a penguin drinking tea, drinking tea? A penguin drinking tea, I shall be, I shall be. Penguins, attention. Penguins, salute. Right flip off. Have you ever seen a penguin drinking tea, drinking tea? A penguin drinking tea, I shall be, I shall be. Penguins, attention. Penguins, salute. Right flip off. Left flip off. Have you ever seen a penguin drinking tea, drinking tea? A penguin drinking tea, I shall be, I shall be. Penguins, attention. Penguins, salute. Right flip off, left flip off, right foot. Have you ever seen a penguin drinking tea, drinking tea? A penguin drinking tea, I shall be, I shall be. Penguins, attention. Penguins, salute. Right flip off, left flip off, right foot, left foot. Have you ever seen a penguin drinking tea, drinking tea? A penguin drinking tea, I shall be, I shall be. Penguins, attention. Penguins, salute. Right flip off, left flip off, right foot, left foot. Turn around and sit down. Awesome, boys and girls. You guys did so amazing. That Penguins Drinking Tea song was so amazing. I loved it. But now, my friend Kaden has an amazing story to tell us. Okay, boys and girls, I want you to grab your listening ears one more time for me. Grab your listening ears. Okay, I want you guys to put it in. Awesome. Oh, and catch your bubble for me again. Who got a bigger bubble? Ooh, awesome. Those are so big. Awesome, boys and girls. Okay, now my friend Kate is going to tell us an amazing story.
All right. I have a question for you guys. Who's got the power? Jesus. That's right. Well, in today's news story, we learned how Jesus has power over nature. Well, not only does Jesus have power over nature, he also has power over our big sin problem. You see, God loves us and wants to be friends with us, so I'm going to tell you a story that shows this. I'm going to need two friends to come up here and help me tell this. All right? And Camp, let's go, man. All right. Camp. There we go. All right. Let's pretend my friend David is God. And let's pretend my friend Camp is all of man. As you can see, we had a perfect relationship together, us and God. And we had the best friendship. And we can see that wherever God went, man went. And wherever man went, God went. And this is how God intended for it to be. Us and him in a perfect relationship forever. But there's a problem. God is perfect and has never done anything wrong. But man is not perfect. And you see, when sin entered the world, it broke our relationship with God. Now, it broke our relationship with God and separated us from him. The Bible says we have all sinned. Who remembers what sin is? Sin is anything we think, say, or do that does not please God. That's right. Now, an example of sin, it might be hitting your sibling or lying to your parents. Those are all things that separate us from God. Now, I want you to think to yourself for a moment. What is something you have done that separates you from God? What is something that you have done that does not please God? Because we have all done something that separates us from God. Now, I don't want to be separated from God, so let's try to fix this. Maybe we can try, let's try going to church. Nope, that doesn't seem to be working. Maybe we can try reading our Bible. We can try that. No? I have an idea. Maybe we can try doing good things. That has to work. No. Well, the truth is, nothing we can do can fix our relationship with God. But there is some good news. You see, God loves us and doesn't want us to be separated from him. So he made a bridge for us to be with him again. The Bible says in John 3:16 that God loved us so much that he sent his only son down so that whoever believes in him shall not perish but shall have eternal life. God sent his perfect son, Jesus, down to be our bridge. Jesus loved us so much that he died on the cross for us. And when he was up there on that cross, he took all of our sin upon himself and he died with it. But Jesus didn't stay dead. No. 3 days later, he rose from the dead, defeating death, which is pretty awesome. Yeah. And in doing so, he made a way for us to, you can keep holding that end. Not you. He made a way for us to be with God again. Now, how can we restore our relationship with God? We have to have faith in Jesus. I like to remember this by my ABCs. We have to A, admit that we are sinners and we can't fix that on our own. We have to B, believe that Jesus died for our sins and rose again. And we have to C, choose to ask Jesus to take away our sin so we can be forever friends. And just like that, our relationship with God is restored and we can be friends with him forever again. Thank you, friends, for coming up and helping me. You guys can have a seat. Let's give it up for them. You see, when I was 6 years old, I asked God to take away my sin so we could be forever friends. And it went something like this. Bow your heads with me, will you? God, I admit I'm a sinner and that I have done wrong things and that there is nothing I can do to fix that. I believe that you died on the cross for my sin and rose again, and I choose to ask you to take away my sin so we can be forever friends. Amen. Now, if you have any questions about the story I just told you, or maybe you want to ask Jesus to be your forever friend, I'll be right over there if you want to come and talk to me about that. But who's got the power? Jesus. Super one.
Awesome, boys and girls. But sadly, we have to leave. We have to go home. But I have a couple challenges for you guys, okay? Challenge number one, tell as many friends about Jesus and about coming tomorrow, and we would love to see your friend come tomorrow. And your second challenge, boys and girls, is to be nice. And if you can be nice with water, like taking a shower without complaining, or doing the dishes, that would be awesome. And just remember, Summerfest is next week on Friday, and it's at our church, and we have a lot of awesome games. We have cotton candy, we have animals, and we're also gonna be there, and we would love to see every single one of you there, and we're gonna have so much fun. Awesome, boys and girls. But right now we're gonna have snacks, and then we're gonna leave. Bye, guys.
Okay, can y'all tell the dream team what a great job they did? Thank y'all. Thank you so much. So let's talk about what the review activity is for the day. And then I have a couple of comments just about the day 3 curriculum. And then I'm going to give you some storytelling tips. So the review activity is called Sink or Swim. It's keeping with the water theme for the day. And you have all the kids stand up. And you just go around asking them one of the, if it's true or false statements. Again, it's in your binder, but because we don't want y'all to have your binders out, you have a laminated sheet in your bin with the statements. So if they get it correct, so it's not just if the statement's true or false, but if they get it correct by saying true or false, they get to stay swimming, they get to stand up. If they are incorrect, then they sink and they sit down. My encouragement to you is if you have preschoolers at this club, they're not gonna know what true or false is. So you can just ask them, is that right or wrong? You know, like one of the statements is, Jesus died in a plane crash. Is that right or wrong? And then if they keep it, if they're correct, they swim. If not, they sink. Hopefully they get that one correct. Okay, we have a mistake we need to correct. If you look at the theme game, has anyone noticed on the theme game page where the mistake is? That's right. Good job, Abel. It has the wrong title. It says human spiderweb, but the title should actually say dive bombers. It doesn't affect anything if you're following the directions, but just we want to be clear that when we're referring to the dive bomb game, it's that one. It just has the wrong title. Okay, another comment I want to make is it's water day. So when you get out of the car, you're immediately going to be getting wet. That means when Wonder Woman goes to put the costume on, Wonder Woman's gonna be wet, and that's part of the skit, right? Like that's how we're exposing her weakness because she forgot her lasso at home and that's why she got all wet. But our costumes are pretty, you know, they're like low budget costumes, so they're not gonna be able to hold up to being on Wonder Woman for a lot of time. So you saw Abby, as soon as she was done with the skit, she modeled taking the costume off right away, and that would be my recommendation for y'all. I'm not so worried about the cuffs, but I'm worried about is it a crown, a headband, whatever's on Wonder Woman, that's not gonna hold up to wet hair. So try to take that off right away. And then my last comment for this day is with the Dow Gospel, when Caden modeled it, he chopped it. I would not recommend doing it that way. I would recommend putting your hands on the stick where you need to break it. It explains this in there, but you're breaking it 2/3 across, so whoever's God is holding the shorter stick. He had been practicing it, so he knew how to get it broken, but we don't have a lot of dowels for y'all to keep going through and practicing to make sure you break it the right way. So when you do it, put your hands on it and just ensure you break it where you need to break it. Okay, are there any questions about the day 2 curriculum before we talk about some storytelling tips? Yes, Hannah. So that's a great question, and I know the answer for that for Parkway. Maybe someone can answer that for me for Hutto. The question is, when you're practicing, can you break the stick? So for Parkway, everybody has one stick that you can break one time, and then you'll have to pretend, like when you continue practicing, you're just gonna have to pretend like it's together and pretend like you're breaking it. So you have one, so you get the feel of breaking it, you can make sure you break it in the correct spot, and then when it's clubs, like tonight or in clubs in a couple weeks, you'll have 2 more for clubs. Hutto, do we have a practice stick to break? We believe so. Okay. So I think y'all can break yours too to practice to get the feel. In between, if you're doing this gospel, you don't need a dowel to practice with. You can get a straw, you can cut a piece of paper that's in a line. So you don't actually need the dowel to be practicing it when you're practicing next week. Any straight thing that you can cut or break will work. Connor. I do not, because you're saying you would not play the water games because you'd be playing in the pool. So I would say for your like gathering time, or if you have free time at the end, you could be in the pool if the hostess has allowed that. And that's, Chad, is that something that we do as a club? Like we have kids get in the pool?
Yeah, I think it depends on the age of the kids, and we would dissuade anybody with any young kids to do pool time.
Yeah.
If it's an older kid and they can swim, then maybe I would try to stay away from that.
Yeah, I think, because there's just risks involved of like, and when fun's happening, who's responsible? Like, y'all aren't certified lifeguards. So if the host wants kids playing in their pool ahead of time when y'all get there, that's great. You can get them out, play our regular games, do the theme game, and then after you leave, if they want to get back in the pool. So that's the host's decision, but when it's club time, let's stick to our games outside the pool, because I don't want to put y'all in a position where the host thinks you're lifeguarding, but that's not why you're there, and we don't want to put y'all in that position. Daniel. It's fun to have the kids. And it's day 3, so by day 3, you can kind of gauge, like, if you're going to have kids that will cooperate. Most will, because it's not hard. It's just standing there and holding it. If you feel like, oh my goodness, we cannot give these these kids a stick, it's fine to do an audible and have teammates hold it. But just trying to get the kids involved is always fun for engagement. Yes? So that's where he explained, like, and you can keep re-explaining the person who's representing God. And if you keep reiterating that, the person who represents God. And if you want to say, we know this isn't really God, we're just saying that we're pretending right now that this person's God. You can certainly clarify that. Any other questions? Okay. How do y'all feel like you're learning your curriculum? You feel like it's coming along, you're halfway through, you're feeling confident with it? Well, I want y'all to hear me say, as I'm walking around, I'm so encouraged by what I'm hearing and what I'm seeing and what our evaluators are saying, so I want you to be encouraged. So I have a few just storytelling tips for you. I mentioned this yesterday, but the first thing that needs your attention when you're to be an engaging storyteller, and I don't just mean, when I say be an engaging storyteller, I don't just mean the story part of club. Anytime, like you're sharing the gospel, announcements, greeting the kids, storytelling tips apply to all parts of club. So I mentioned yesterday, the first part of being engaging storytelling is knowing the material. That's the first part that needs your attention. After you've got the material down, the next layer that you're going to add is paying attention to your voice, particularly your pace, your volume, and make sure you're enunciating the words. Our tendency, mine included, is when we get nervous, we talk faster and faster and faster. So after you know your material, the next thing I want you to pay attention to is your voice. Make sure you're talking slowly, clearly, and loudly. With that, I'm going to say, I know accents are fun to do, but in the environment that we're in yards with lawnmowers, and it's already hard to hear, let's not do any of our stories or gospels in accents. Just use your regular voice so we make sure we are sharing and letting our audience be able to hear us. Okay, after you feel like you've mastered your pace of talking, your volume, the next thing I want you to pay attention to is your energy and your excitement. We've seen some really great energy modeled in our dream team, so that'll be the next layer that you would add on is your energy and your excitement level. And then the last thing I want you to add on, the next layer you add on, is how you animate the story. And so ways that you can animate the story are big movements on stage. Big movements across whatever's your stage in your yard, in the park, wherever you are. So you have a lot of horizontal space in front of where the kids are sitting that you can use. You have vertical space you can think about. And some examples are, like you can use a horizontal space, and we're saying that the people who are listening to Jesus all day long, they didn't have anything to eat. So in the morning, Jesus was teaching right through breakfast, and they were hungry. And then you can move. And then Jesus kept teaching, and he taught right through lunch, so they were hungrier. Jesus kept teaching straight through dinner time. They were hungriest. So that's ways that you can move to kind of establish like a timeline of how it's going. You can act out little things, like if you're saying when Jesus was born, like hold a baby. When we're talking about Jesus grew up, you can animate Jesus growing up. When we're sharing the story about Jesus feeding the large crowd, animate passing out the food or collecting the big 12 baskets full of food, you can animate that. So think about the little ways that you can add that in, because that's really engaging for kids. Jordan did a great job in our story today with her voice. Absolutely. I hope you noticed this when she was talking about when they first got on the boat and there was gentle waves that lulled Jesus to sleep, and she was talking quietly and using gentle motions. And then she got louder when she was talking about the storms, and her movements got bigger. So that's a super fun story to animate. Great job, Jordan. Thank you for modeling that. Okay. Any questions about animating the story, storytelling? Okay, y'all are doing an awesome job. Super proud of you. I think Chad has some comments.
Thank you, Nicole. Hey, I thought I listened super well, so if you said this, correct me later. But one more thing to add, I hope it's an addition and not a repetition, but even if it's a repetition, good, is use space. Use space. So like some of you guys I noticed at clubs, like you get your team and y'all are out here and the kids aren't there, and so it's harder to hear. So make sure you're pretty up close, right? And you can even move even closer. You can go to the crowd. You can pick them out and get down for the question. So use space as well. That'll be to your advantage to do that. But a couple notes for y'all as y'all move into practice time today. First, just want to encourage you. Hey, for as far as I know, you guys are doing a phenomenal job of prioritizing your rest. That may not be true across the whole board, but give yourself a pat on the back just for trying to get to sleep on time. It's really important because, man, we have a mission this week. And if we're not rested, we just can't keep going. So thank you guys for getting sleep, getting to bed. That's really, really good. Just a reminder, some of you teams are doing this really well. Others of you maybe forgetting. But at lunchtime, like every day we have like a chore, something to clean up. Yeah, actually I feel like this place is about the cleanest it's been on a Wednesday, but at the same time, there's still teams I think that are missing some of those chores. So just a reminder today, as soon as you're done eating, captains, if you could just remind your team and tell them even now, hey, here's gonna be our chore today. Here's what we gotta do, and here's when we're gonna do it. That would be really, really helpful. And then if y'all forget, just remember we have that extra time right after evaluations up until 3:45. So I'll have some people coming around today, some interns leaders just checking on those things. And then, hey, tonight we're monitoring the weather. Just want to let you know that. There are storm chances tonight in the evenings during club times. We are going, barring like a thunderstorm that's obviously going to hit an area of our clubs, we are going to go tonight, and we're going to go to maximize the moments we have to share the gospel. If we have to turn around, we'll turn around, but the plan right now is to go until further notice. And so with that, it's Wet and Wild Wednesday. It may get some additional help from God on the whole water side of things. And I would say this, just a thought for later. Hey, when you come down, like much later, when for 4:15 to do our like kind of charge and send out, make sure you bring a towel with you, because you are gonna get wet, and for the car ride home, you don't wanna trash our friends' cars. So just bring a towel for that. But other than that, I think that's all I got. It looks like Jared has una más cosa. Yeah, all right, thanks. Hey, Hado, if you guys would just stay after dismissal, Jared wants to talk to you guys individually, or collectively rather. All right, but you guys are dismissed. Parkway, to y'all's practice locations. Peace and blessings. Have a great time practicing today.